Yeah. Empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
Yeah, and we crooked.
Man, it's bad for business today.
Listen,
Bad for business today.
listen. Y'all, welcome back to Snack Capital Talk. I am your host, Lacey. And look at her. I think it's just showing out because of you.
I had that effect on technology.
That's what I think because even my TikTok is showing out. It don't even have a reason to show out.
Mm.
It did it the last time. So TikTok, I'm finna log out and try again. But y'all, welcome back to Snack Hacker Talk. I am your host, Lacey, and I am here with Trey.
How you doing, everybody?
I was trying to get him completely set up so that he could feel welcome on the show.
Yeah, kind of, feel like the show don't like me. They like Monica better.
And no, it was doing this with her too.
That's why it's messing up, because y'all had Monica in my chair.
It was doing it with her too. I had to re-log in
Hmm.
to TikTok and get everything set up, but only difference is that the mics were working.
Oh,
Yeah, my mics are not working today. I don't know what's going on, but my device is showing signs of having a shortage.
so it seemed like
And
they
I just bought that thing. I just bought it.
seem like they having what's the name too, doing cuts and layoffs on their technology.
I just bought that. So y'all see, today is Freestyle Thursday, y'all, where we can talk about absolutely anything. So, what we chose to talk about today was mass layoffs in the U.S. That's what we chose to talk about today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like this, the worst. Well, they say this is. They say it's the worst since the COVID hit in 2020,
Yeah. So,
and it's a lot of companies doing a lot of cuts because they're trying to restructure their money, and you got some companies not selling because the government is trying to change certain units, certain like ways of the ecosystem and everything. So it's like a lot of things of how we live and the way we live life and how we survive is kind of in a effect system right now, especially how the government is being shut down too. So it's like it ain't just, it's like the whole world is just in a chaos, especially like in the United States. I don't know about anywhere else.
yeah, I just did a topic on Saturday, and I was speaking on how unemployment can affect households and relationships and stuff like that.
True.
And I asked the question on if your partner became unemployment, would you stay with your partner or would you stick it out and work it out and try to, help your partner get back on their feet? Because that's an important question to ask a lot of people because unemployment is on the rise.
Yeah. And well, and to answer that question, you got a lot of people. I feel like when it comes to that, you really start seeing your partner's true color because some people are so used to being the breadwinner. Some people used to doing this, having all that. And so once they start struggling or they bills or they struggling and they getting laid off, it's like they don't know how to function. Don't nobody have a backup plan. And it's kind of hard because in your mind you don't think, okay, one day or probably 5 years from now, I've been at this company for 20 years, that they gonna have a shutdown or a layoff and they gonna lay me off and all that I didn't put in. I can't, it's gonna just be gone in 1 second. So you don't think of the long term because you're trying to live. Because they always teach you live today.
Living in the moment,
Yeah.
right?
So you don't try to think of long term. But
Yeah.
there's some people out here that what's the great part about it? You get a second chance. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the end of the world. Like yeah, you might get like I say, God closed one door to open another. And so that partner, we're not trying to talk about relationship, but if that partner leave, then that partner ain't there for you. I'd rather struggle and be by my own than be with somebody that don't want to be with me because I'm not bringing in much money like I used to. Because you supposed to help me out when I'm down. As if you was down, I'd do the same for you.
Right, right.
So
I mean, the struggle is going to be real for a lot of households
yeah,
because of the mass layoffs that's happening in the United States. And so, we've always been that country where everybody saw us as the land of opportunity. But now it's no longer the land of opportunity. It's more like now we're we're the land of trying to find job security and stability and
okay. So you remember that one time? I think what country was it? I think that was France. I don't want to be mistaken. I'm about to look it up. But I remember France was to the point where they was in a depression, a Great Depression, where they was making people only take out $40 out of their ATM machine. They was limited of taking money out the ATM machine because the government was, in
I
a
mean,
hole.
I can say, and it's not just them because even China had restrictives, you
Yeah,
know. So but that's why we're the land of the free. Now, granted, we can have too much freedom on some standpoints, but in something like this, it's scary because for people that actually was able to save up, and build a savings account and stuff like that, when you have markets crashing like they are, your money's no longer safe.
yeah. But the problem is, it's not. It's the
So
communication though.
it's not even putting anybody on a financial what is the word
On a budget.
on a budget. Yeah, putting people on a financial budget here in the United States.
But it's
Our
kind of
country is being sold, and our business and our personal information and everything is being sold off to other people. So when stuff like this happens, it leaves us vulnerable.
but it's kind of hard because you gotta look at it. You like how they be like you be having them ads and stuff, and they be popping up on TV telling you, hey, if you feel like something going on with your account, type on this and everything, and it be like something you feel like it's a scam because you know it's what the world shows you. The world shows you that
But you
you
can't
can't trust
tell.
everything. Yeah,
You can't take it. Okay, great example. Um, I had messed up my financial aid.
true.
So I had to take on a second job and save the money so that I could pay almost $4,000 towards my
And
tuition.
that's another thing.
I had that money in my account. As soon like the very next day after I had deposited the money into my account,
Uh huh.
I had got first I got a text message, and then I got a phone call, and then I got another text message. So it was like it didn't seem. No, I got the phone call first,
Yeah.
and because I missed the phone call, I received the text message.
Uh huh.
And I've dealt with fraud before,
Hmm.
to not me, but me being the recipient.
Yeah.
Okay, so my bank, if they call me and I don't answer, they'll immediately text me or whatever. Okay, but what I was getting was, okay, I got the text message, and but I didn't get a chance to call the number from the text. I got another phone call, the exact same number.
Hmm.
I answered that time because I'm like, okay, they call, then I receive a fraudulent text, then they call me right back. I answered the phone, right?
Yeah.
So they go through all the processes of me on if I have all my information locked up, if I have my card secured, if everything where's the last time I used my card? Did I possibly lose it? Stuff like that.
Was your bank?
And it was one thing that they said,
What?
and that was to they're gonna send me a link, and that's when I knew it was not my bank.
Nah, it's a fraud. It's a fraud.
Because I was like, my bank is not going to send me a link.
But you know what? You want to know what's crazy? Like what's crazy right now is, and I kind of notice it's crazy. Like the scamming is getting serious. Like
They're
and it's getting
desperate.
serious
They're
now.
desperate.
Like around these times of what's going on with the economy, it's getting real serious. Like and then the crazy part is like we talk about how cutbacks and then jobs and all that. Like some of these jobs don't communicate with their employees. They don't care. And like they first they give you these excuses, they give you the BS is like messages trying to, sucker you in and try to be like, hey, everything gonna be going all right. But sometimes they already done
To
sold the
soften
company.
the
Yeah,
blow.
they
Yeah.
already sold the company. They gonna get their
Yeah.
money. Their
To
money gonna
soften
still
the
be
blow.
there. They
Yeah.
don't care about you being out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard. Like, and it's crazy because I look at how the poverty we in right now. You got school teachers, like you got school teachers. My mom was a school teacher, principal, and she got to do Uber Eats just to have two jobs, just to make eat, just make means and live where she live. Like that's crazy. And then you ain't paying the teachers nothing. But you know, a lot of people complain, and you know, we complain about it, and we be like, you know, what I'm saying, you know, some people like, hey, you got to be grateful, you know, because it could be worse, and that's true. But if we over here paying so much to taxes, but when it comes down to you know waiting for the income tax come around, and then you the much you make they don't really try to give it back to you because you know the more money you make in income tax during a year and you file, they ain't gonna even really give it to you. They gonna feel like you making too much to even get stuff back. Or like all these, like I see it on the government, they trying to take certain benefits from certain people, like food stamps, stuff like that. Like, bro, like you cutting
Because
people.
that's what I'm not understanding. They're trying to punish blue states, but there are a ton of people, whether you're a blue or red state. And that's what I've been trying to get through to a lot of people that like TikTok is the worst. I receive most of my negative feedback from TikTok uh, because I basically state like it affects everybody.
Do
So for the community of people that feel like they are the exception and that it does not affect them,
yeah,
stop feeling like it does not affect you because it does. You have a lot of people with video shorts where they're basically telling people like, listen, y'all are sitting up here, y'all are the biggest complainers, but y'all voted for this. This is what you voted for because you thought it was okay to step on the people that you thought were beneath you.
they be complaining. They on your platform complaining about what you
Oh
saying.
yeah.
So you tell them this. Shit, go get their own platform. Like this is my opinion. This is how I feel.
Oh,
You
I'm not
you
offended at all.
you are here to watch. You watching me. I ain't telling you to watch me. You know, it's like people. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to hide behind a computer and type and say what you want to say. But that's the problem with the world now. It's so much stuff that we want to say that people are scared to say
I mean,
because they're afraid.
the hate is very real.
Yeah.
And what I've been getting is symbols of the ninja with the
Oh,
ER.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not offended at all. Why I'm not offended? Because that ain't how I see myself. That's how you see me. I
But
know who I am.
it's just people. It's just people in general. But like I
I
say,
know who I am. So I don't have to belittle and I don't have to talk about other people just to make myself feel superior.
but like I said, it's crazy right now.
So
Like especially where like it's crazy where I work at. Like we just been dealing with a lot, and we getting and it's funny because like you don't know. Like sometimes you don't even know when you're like you making life and death situations at the gas station. Should I put gas in here or should I go get something to eat? Like you know, and it's crazy. You shouldn't have to live.
and you are making those type of choices. Like I thought I was past all that. Like I don't have little bitty kids, but I have grandkids, and my grandkids are with me 5 days out of the week. So we have to sit here and juggle how we're gonna make sure they eat,
That's true.
how we're gonna make sure that they're taken care of first and foremost before we take care of ourselves. We're on this schedule where we're working every other week, but unfortunately, we've been off 2 weeks in a row,
No, it's three. This is gonna
3 weeks in a
be
row.
on three. And then
So
you should like I say, I'm not here to complain, but I feel like that's not right. People shouldn't be out here like done went to school, got a degree, done got they went to school for their field to get a degree, and they get to these jobs and they're not giving what they promised. You didn't put in this work. Why are you promising people, hey, better jobs, better resource, better benefits, better situations for people to be able to develop and
I
grow?
mean,
They're not doing it.
the companies, I'm not.
We're
They
not.
they can make the promises, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you take a person like Trump. I spell his name out because for some reason when I say it, TikTok be kicking me off.
Sure, he probably want. He probably
And he
kicking.
done sued they asses on.
He probably kicking you out. He
they
probably
be
right in
kicking
there. Come on, get out
they
of
be
here.
kicking me off of here. Okay, so
Get her out
we
of here.
all you take is one person and you put that one person in leadership. and they are the wrong person to be in that spot, that's all it takes to ruin a country.
But you gotta look at
That
it
is
though.
all it
You
takes.
gotta look at it. You gotta look. We vote. If you for the ones that don't vote, you know that y'all worse than the ones that do vote for the person. It's like saying for some person saying the N word around you, but you not racist, but you not speaking on, hey man, don't say that around me. You just let it keep going because you don't want no conversation. You are worse than the person that's saying that.
Mhm.
So not to change the subject, getting on that topic, it's
I know
it's
it all matters
it's
because
a
it all
it's
ties in for why we are now experiencing mass layoffs. And they didn't feel like they're well. We're no. We're voting for what's going on in your states and stuff. So a lot of people felt like their vote did not matter, it didn't count, and all this kind of stuff. And it did matter. It did matter because the majority is who wins that state. And in our state, they automatically throws out 200,000 of minority votes. Automatically threw them out
see it.
because Texas was at a risk of becoming a blue state. So we probably would have been a blue state, just like Arizona. When he lost Arizona and Arizona turned from red to blue, they made Arizona count their votes like 2 or 3 times.
But do you not know Texas is? Do you know if you ever look at if you ever do the ratio of like race and colors? Do you not know Texas is besides Detroit and Michigan? Texas have the highest race of black folks here.
Of course,
We
I can see
the
that.
majority of blacks here. We only probably got like off
Yeah,
the top of my head like 15% whites,
I can see that. I can
and
see that.
the other half that's full like us is Hispanics.
I can see that.
But you know, just cause it's just like you said, they want to make sure this stays
A red
a
state.
red state. But
But this the thing. You look at okay, so our governor sent troops over to help them out in Chicago, right?
what trying to deal with
And
the ISIS
then
stuff?
yeah, and then you turned around and insulted the president, quote unquote. You insulted the president by sending them troops that were healthy,
What you mean?
that they felt were fat.
Oh, big dude. Oh, he ain't.
They wasn't even fat, but I will say they were of the Caucasian race. And
Oh, you're talking about the
you were
National Guard.
insulted and you sent them back. So now you're putting out a standard that nobody in the military can be oversized.
See, but that's another problem.
But you don't hold them at once they get out of that boot camp. That's
No,
their
no, it's,
fault.
no. I'm not talking about that. The problem is the president used the White House as his playground. He
Yeah.
make whatever decision he want to say in his head, whatever he feel like is right. He wanted to be agreed. If it ain't agreed, you go to shut
He
down the country.
retaliating like a
And
kid.
that's something that it's something that need
But
to
the
be
crazy
said
part
and
is,
done. That he can't. This ain't your job. You are a president. Yes, your job is to try to lead the country in the right way. Yeah, we're not gonna always agree with your decisions, but you can't put your personal feelings into running the country because in the day when you become a president, your personal feelings doesn't matter no more.
I mean, that's the whole purpose for why they put the Constitution in the form that they did, was so that one man would not be able to control everything without going through
Because
the protocol of
how
all
it's
the other
looking, it's gonna be
houses, all the other representatives, the Supreme Court. You have to go through all that. So he specifically put people that don't have absolutely no experience in place in high end positions so that he can get what he want and intimidates these people. And half of them are intimidated and the other half are enjoying themselves. And sad to say, they didn't pay attention to the last election because half the people that was under him got arrested and got prosecuted and all this other stuff once they got out of office. And that's what's going to happen to this crew right here. He's laying out the field for them to be arrested.
it's just
And
like
they're going to get arrested because they're breaking the law.
we can go that way. We can go by how like where we work at and where the department we work in. Like the people that's in areas in these departments that we work at don't really know what they're doing because the end of the day is more about numbers than about Quality. Everybody worrying about numbers, how much numbers we can hit. We want to hit this many numbers. Doesn't care how many bad and defective units you send out. We want to make sure the numbers. But then when it falls back on you and everybody complaining, oh, we're gonna blame them. We're gonna blame the employees. Just like
we tried to tell you.
Just like, okay, we go by the government. If stuff go back, I'm gonna blame the people. We're gonna blame this. We're gonna blame this one race, this race. You can't blame somebody for the decision that you make. You have to own up to your decisions that you made, because at the end of the day, you made that decision off of your feelings, what you feel like was right at that time. And it might have been right at that time, but eventually you have to own up to, hey, I made a decision. I felt like it was right, but I see it backfire. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it better. But you can't keep making bad decisions on top of bad decisions and thinking that everything gonna get better. And it's not gonna get better.
I've always said that if you want to, like, a lot of the course that I go through, it asks you if you want to change the past. In order for you to change one thing, you have to change everything.
Yeah.
In order to change that one thing, and so it's a domino effect. So if our president's winning words were that he was going to bring control to the illegal immigrants. Okay, we get it. But then you go in and you want to remove everybody, everybody that you deem to be illegal,
but that
does not speak clear English.
But you gotta know that's what has been his main.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's been
for
his
the past 4 years. The last 4 years he was running. That was one thing. His objective was always kept to about building a bridge, building a wall. That's all you worried about. We don't give a damn about the wall. We care about.
Well, they care about it now because now they done removed all the people that work for them, and it's like, wait a minute, I voted for you, sir. I voted for you, but
man, I don't care. I don't care about.
I didn't know
wall,
you was
man.
gonna take my illegal
man,
immigrants. I didn't know you was gonna take my workers away from me. You're not the exception.
I don't give a damn about that wall. What I care about is, the money that we are not getting paid, we're not getting, the taxes that we're paying that you're sending to other countries to make sure their well-being are good. But we are struggling and we are hungry. We are here starving. We got more homeless people than any other country because you worried about helping other countries. If they not helping you and reimbursing you and helping you out in return, then why are we helping them? Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't, like, whoever our ally, we not should help them, but I'm saying don't take the food from your own people's mouth to feed other countries and
our enemies,
and then sit here and act like we doing.
And he's ruining all relationships with all the people that we are in. What's that partnership with to protect the U.S. and we protect them in turn.
But that's what comes when you gotta look. That's what comes when you allow a businessman to be running a political place. Because a businessman don't have no reason to
he didn't have no business anyway. I mean, he didn't have no business being in that spot anyway, considering the fact he was barely holding up his own business.
But at the same time, is the world we live in, is not the same. Everything is different. Like most of the world is about technology. You got a lot of jobs doing cuts because they want to put robots in there because they feel like it brings the cost down. I mean, you ain't got to really pay too much. You rather pay a $250,000 repairman to fix this robot than paying probably $300,000 to 10 or 12 employees to do that one little job that can get that done quicker. But that's what it is. Like, if you, especially like our job, we got so many robots. Like, why we got so many leaks in our units, because you remember when we used to work on the lines we used to work on, right? We had a banner and we had a wire person. They used to do the wires. They used to put the little clamp and use a little snip thing. Okay, well, they got robots doing it now, but sometimes the robots snip too far and they put a hole in it. So when it comes around,
they shouldn't be in place in the first place. We are a unionized company. There should be absolutely nothing in there, AI or robotic. It is taking work away from.
But you know why they did it? They said it's a health safety.
It is. I did that job on line 3, and it gave me arthritis in my hands.
Well, that's why
you're
they did
sitting there and you zip tying all these zip ties, and back then we was doing like 600.
But how many units you had kicked out that was bad? How many units you had that had leaks?
I have no idea.
You ain't had none because
that's at the beginning of the line, so I have no idea.
Yeah, you had that. No, that's like right by when you do first rapper, second rapper, and then
No. Where I was at, I was just like right when they do the lay in and bring and put the
oh, you doing like braids in the control
right
braids in
after
there.
the first solderer.
I know you're talking about.
Just before they put the coil on.
But you ain't had that many units getting kicked out because your numbers were high.
I mean, they paid more attention. Our previous company owner did not play. I mean, they did not play.
But now you got.
It was all about quality.
But now you got, when they had these town hall meetings, they don't be talking about this stuff. They ain't talking about, we might have to start doing some layoffs because because the end of the day is they don't want you to know what's going on. They don't want you to know anything. They want you to be blindsided. That's why it's so crazy how I just looked up on my
what have I always told you as your union story?
What?
To just hold off, just wait, because they ain't doing nothing for your benefit. Trust.
And it's like, it's so funny because I was just looking at some online when I was looking at Amazon.
Give you nothing for your benefit.
I was looking at Amazon and they was talking about how Amazon did so many cuts. So many people cut, but then Amazon done came to talk.
We just opened up Amazon.
Yeah, so I'm looking like, if y'all did so many cuts of dealing with corporate restructure, why y'all open a building out here in Tyler and y'all hiring up to 100-some people?
But the rumor with the Amazon that they put here is that they're not going to be hiring. I know they're hiring for like the order pickers and stuff like that.
And they like the main warehouse thing.
Yeah, in the warehouse part, that's what they're hiring for. They're not hiring for all the other stuff. Like they're going to try to use their AI, robotic tools for that.
Man, but that's what I'm saying.
We gonna see.
That's what I'm saying. And so now
we gonna see.
So now it's just like it's a chaotic situation. Everybody's dealing with this, what they dealing with, and like what you it seems like they want crime to go up. That's what it looked like. It's like you want crime to go up. Crime was been at its lowest. Not saying it's been low, but it's been at its lowest when when people got out of jail, they had second chances to go to work and everything like that. And they, had
I to say here where we are.
Yeah, they had second chances. They had a second chance. And you had a lot of them that outlasted the people that ain't never been in trouble. Because they in their mind, hey, I gotta work. I'm trying to make a better life for myself. But then when you do this cut and you do these layoffs and you do shutdowns and you hire people, but then next week you firing them, it's like you might well say you never hired them. You gonna do that to them.
Like I said, it put our union in a bad situation when they forced them to get up there and tell us, hey, try to calm down the anxiety of people being anxious on whether or not there's going to be a layoff.
They would call it the mob.
And so you get them to speak for you and tell you there's not going to be another layoff. They've done everything, and then the very next day, they laid off 100 people.
I've been saying I'd rather them do it like they did back in the days. What they did, it
was a mass thing, and they just handed everybody out their letters.
And you did that way. By February, you came back around. You were working all that. You had overtime before they did the layoffs. You had all them mass overtime and them end weeks to help Bennett save up your money. But like I say, one other thing they used to do, I used to like when we had that week in the hole. That week in the hole you could never touch. So when they did do a layoff, you can get that if you need it. But they need to start doing more emergency funds. Like you gotta look at it. People got kids. People have kids, newborn. People got bills. People got this. People got that.
They don't consider this no emergency. Remember the last emergency fund they did. Remember they act like that was a favor, but that wasn't no daggone favor when that storm collapsed the building.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But the rate,
it's like you gotta be careful what you ask for.
But the rate you keep moving, the rate you keep going, your company gonna crumble.
Yeah.
Because you worrying about not doing loud because you don't want to lose people, but you're doing these 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off because you're trying to save money. You can't do two things. You're gonna have to deal with not selling units right now, or you have to deal with doing a layoff and losing people. You got to choose what you're gonna do because you can't have both.
And I was just telling my husband that I wish I was actually actively laid off, simply because those people that were affected that actually got laid off and lost their jobs, at least they knew now they have to go look for another one.
Yeah.
We're stuck because we was not laid off. we're not gonna lay y'all off. We're just gonna work y'all twice a month,
Oh,
2 weeks out of the month.
oh no, you can't. Don't
Wait a minute, we can't pay our bills and survive like that.
don't forget the paperwork. They'll tell you you got to come to work. If you got to come to work before that. Like if you get laid off, you got to come to work the whole week until your due date of you being laid off. If you don't come to work when your due date and you leave before that due date up, or you don't come to work, you ain't getting unemployment. It's like you telling somebody they have to make sure they build your units for you to be good. But hey, after you build my units, you can go ahead and go out your business and all that. And then when they come to unemployment, they playing with your money too.
You see how they just locked me out of unemployment and I'm laid off. Like, how do I owe you unemployment if I'm laid off?
Because it comes back to like it comes all this. All this is a cat and mouse game. All this is a government thing. All this is, we're gonna affect your people as you try to affect us. And it's just crazy that people have to go through this. Like, we already got enough stuff as it is, dealing with racism, dealing with hatred, dealing with this, dealing with that, dealing with a lot of murders, dealing with all this stuff. And then you deal with now you being laid off. You don't know how you gonna pay your bills. You sitting here thinking like, damn, I just paid car note. Shit, I got rent coming around the corner. Shit, they just told me to be laid off. So you like, shit, Christmas coming up. Like, Thanksgiving coming up. Hell, you don't know if you want to go out of town to see your family.
Businesses are having to
file. They better not get us that cheap ass ham this year either.
And they're being affected by these layoffs because if people are not working, they can't afford to shop. They cannot afford to just freely go shop like they used to. So businesses are affected by this. That's why I say, do not sit back and think that you are the exception. There is a whole chain reaction to all this stuff that they voted for.
I bet money your rent ain't gonna stop coming. I bet they won't miss.
And the sad part is like we're in a small town, and yet half of the people rent is like $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. That is crazy.
I'm talking about even the city.
Our minimum wage is still $7.25 or 50 cents or whatever it is.
But you know what's so crazy? Another crazy thing is most places that are owned out here are from people that live in New York and all that, California. It ain't our fault. It ain't my fault that your bills is that high up in New York, and you want to raise the cost out here because you
can't charge a small town like Tyler, Lindale, Flint,
Turl,
places like that. What you would charge people that live in Austin and San Antonio. That is we don't make that kind of money down here.
No, you don't. But then it's like even in the city, it's so high. I'm like, bro,
and we don't even have the same quality of jobs down here that they have up there.
Because you got the you're making people life. You making what's called you're making us pay more than what we getting paid for. So cost of living is higher than what you bringing in from work. Like if you getting paid, like say for example, you get paid like $22 an hour, but your rent is like $1,300. But say you getting paid every 2 weeks. Okay, so that means for that first 2 weeks, you still got a car note, you still got the minor bills, you got lunch, you got stuff you got to buy, you got food, toilet tissue, all that stuff you got to supply, and still try to make sure that you bring enough to pay your bills and be able at least to have something else in your pocket because you got gas. Any emergency happen. So yeah, you can save your money up, but then it's like you got to sacrifice stuff. And shouldn't people like how people always say you should be able to reward yourself of what you work. You shouldn't have to be what you get paid. You paying rent, paying bills, and paying them, but you just working to pay bills. It's like you living to pay bills. You're not living to enjoy anything. Now you got some people that do enjoy life. They still stay with their moms or still got a partner. And sometimes a two-parent household, a two household with two relations, it's still kind of hard. Like we just said back to if somebody lose a job, it's still hard because it's like we on a structured thing. Like when you are used to being on a balance and used to being on a system and you got it moving a certain way and something small affects it, it's kind of hard to go back and try to fix that because now you got to stop the whole chain and try to figure out, damn, what part did it break at? So when you're trying to fix that, you might accidentally pull and break another part. Now you got to go try to fix that part. And it's like a domino effect. And that's what's going on in this world right now. That's what's going on with these layoffs, these shutdowns. It's affecting us. You know what I'm saying? It's affecting how we live our life and how we move. And like, then worst part, y'all do this shit around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Y'all don't do this.
And gonna throw us that dry ass turkey. I mean, not even turkey, a ham.
Y'all don't do this around. Y'all don't do this when mother got they around like around times where you good. They do this when you around the Christmas time.
Like you throw them supervisors who ain't doing nothing a bonus. Give us the bonus.
But you
are the ones doing it.
But like I say, man, to everybody, man, you know, I always tell people, man, put in God's hand. I know it's easy said and done, but put in God's hand and just pray and just like, you know, always have a backup plan. And I learned that now. You gotta always have a backup plan. You know how they be saying, like, always have your emergency stash. You gotta start doing that because now we're starting to see that it's starting to get kind of weird right now. Every time we look up, something new going on, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like, yeah, we can vote, yeah, we can speak, we can do all that, but sometimes our words don't go unheard. They don't. It's like they don't care what you say because they already got their mind made up. If they feel like they empowered, and that's not how things supposed to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we supposed to be a family, we supposed to be, you know, a country to try to upgrade and try to better ourselves to we bring out new people and like you said, land of the free, you know what I'm saying, better opportunities. How? Because the ones who live here,
it's just sad to see. You need people for this country to even thrive. And it's sad to see that we have people in power that is willing to neglect and abuse and throw away the very people that they need to help this whole country be successful.
Sure.
And it's all just for the power of money.
Yeah, they better shit. Yeah, gonna be like Terminator. Yeah, you gotta keep playing, building
Very sad.
Keep building these AI units. The movies ain't fake.
Yeah, I'll be careful what you ask for.
The movies ain't fake. Yeah, we already got the movie called Outbreak going on right now in Mississippi. Shit, I ain't never heard no such thing. I ain't want to get off topic. I ain't never heard nothing in my life that you got a damn truck full of monkeys with HIV, COVID, and herpes, all type of diseases on the back of a truck, and all of a sudden it flips over in broad daylight. And one monkey get away.
Which one is actually loose? What is it carrying?
They all of them got the same thing. They got herpes, COVID.
They don't all have, like, you got specifics. So I wonder what is the one that they can't find. What is
listen here.
Or it positive of?
They ass should have been transporting no damn animals on the 18-wheeler going to Florida from where they going to.
I want to know how it had the wreck. Did they fall asleep?
Yeah, the door must not have been locked in that good for the damn monkeys to get out.
It doesn't. Well, when it fell over on its side, so that right there alone could have busted out the door off the seam and whatnot. Okay. Now, why they came out the cage is beyond me. But if they flipped a couple times, then I can see why the cages came open.
Man, look here. Look here, man. Like I said, if y'all don't know what Outbreak is, go watch the movie called Outbreak with Cuba Gooding Jr. You'll figure out what Outbreak is. They had the same incident, same thing. A monkey had a airborne virus. It was in an 18-wheeler. It flipped over, and it was like, I'm telling you, you watch Outbreak, all the same trait that just happened in what they talk about is the same thing happened in that movie. Yeah. And how the government tried to cover that up. And all of a sudden now you got a monkey on the loose. You ain't describe it, no color, whatever. We don't even know what the hell a monkey is, but it's in Mississippi somewhere. Now you got residents scared, and
I'd be scared.
As you out here sending ISIS to go get immigrants, you need to go send their ass to go get this monkey. That's what you need to be doing. Send their ass go grab this monkey out there in Mississippi. You need all your resources to get to that because we don't need another pandemic and us losing loved ones because you worry about the wrong damn thing. The thing you worry about is that monkey that's loose running around here right now with that disease that we don't know what it is. You ain't telling us nothing like that. It's crazy. I don't even think they put it on the news. It probably went on. Only reason I found it because on Facebook. Facebook's the new news nowadays. Mm-hmm. You can learn everything on Facebook. They show everything. I
don't even watch the news on TV no more.
You go on Facebook nowadays, you're gonna see everything. TikTok, Twitter. That's just the news now. It's like, well, shit, you might. That's the case. You might well cut CNN out.
Yeah.
You might well let them be on news. CNN don't need to be on them more. They need to put on the news now.
But now we still need them because look at all the fake news that be floating
around. They ain't tell shit. The only thing they tell the truth is the tornadoes we be having. That's the only thing that's accurate.
When they report it, look at what happened in Texas.
This when they accurate. I said accurate. I ain't say they 20% accurate.
You got people with their phones giving you better news than the
I'm
news
just
people
saying,
get.
just them the people you need to do budget cuts from.
Whenever they have a storm and then a storm hit down here, I watch this news guy that's on YouTube he does like I guess he's like a tornado storm type like tracker. I watch him.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because he always try to alert people that's in certain areas of whatever storms and stuff that's gonna hit their area and the categories and all this kind of stuff. I watch him. That's what I watch. I can't think of his name to give him credit, but
I ain't gonna lie. I'm being honest. I know a lot of people gonna be mad, but I know one thing that ain't being cut. The sports ain't being cut. NBA, NFL, all that ain't getting cut. Their money ain't getting cut.
Listen,
they ain't have no budget cuts out there. I bet they getting paid regardless. They ain't got no budget cuts. I love watching my Cowboys.
I don't know why.
They ain't getting no budget cuts. You ain't hearing no time. You ain't seeing them on. You ain't seeing them on no podcast.
I'm sorry, right?
You ain't seeing them on no TV talking about how we ain't getting paid. You don't see none of that. They still getting paid.
I'm telling you, if Dallas want to win, all they gotta do is put Shadur. Bring Shadur down here.
Nope.
All they gotta do is bring Shadur, and Dak will act right because he gonna be scared of losing his job to Shadur.
We're not gonna do that. Shadur ain't out there. He ain't doing it for the Browns. How you gonna do it for us?
All they gotta do, the Browns need to let him go and send him down here to Dallas.
We're not doing that.
Dallas need all the help
You ain't gonna disrespect my team. We're not doing that. The boy is good with the Browns. He fighting Gabriel Dibble for his job. Gabriel, he fighting for that position. He can't get that job.
Send Shadur to Texas.
Nah, he cool. He's good with it.
Let him make some history down here
cool
like
with
his daddy did.
I like that.
Send Shadur down
I like that. I like that. Dak is my quarterback.
Dak need all the help he can get.
He cool. It's our defense right now. It ain't the offense. Defense is struggling. The defense is struggling. If you watching the game, you would defense struggling.
Dak ass is an issue.
Y'all just always blame the quarterback. Y'all blame the quarterback for everything.
Yeah, he is an issue.
Y'all blame the quarterback for everything. You can't blame him for everything. He's just one person. That's just like saying you blame.
He the captain.
That's like saying you blame. That's like saying you blame the president for everything. You can't blame him for everything.
He the captain.
He got other people that's doing the same thing.
He the captain.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. But if he won 2 or 3 Super Bowls, you're gonna be like, oh, it wasn't Dak, it was the Cowboys.
But he didn't.
Yeah, y'all boys some blood. Y'all something else, man.
Listen, I did have high hopes for that when they first let him take over. Had high hopes. He got out there. The team was ready to play for a black quarterback.
Listen, if anybody know Dak Prescott, I want him to know I'm taking up for him.
He
ain't did none of that. You ain't gonna play. Y'all ain't gonna play. Y'all not gonna play for Dak. Dak do what he gotta do. We not
send Shadur down here. They need all the help they can.
Please leave him where he at. He do not need that problem. Okay. So say they did send him down here. They trade Dak, and then Shadur don't do.
They ain't gotta trade Dak.
They say Shadur don't do nothing. He be a bust like Jamarcus Russell. What you gonna say then? Oh well, we should have kept Dak. We thought. Nah, I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear that. Leave Dak where he at. We talking about this government stuff. We ain't talking about
you
that.
You brought it up.
I said football, NFL. I didn't say shit about Dak Prescott. You brought my dog up. We talk about NFL, sports, all that. They ain't getting no cut.
You can't listen.
If chat can write in the chat, did I say anything about Dak? I said all sports.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Look. She just boy, listen. See, you can't. Listen. I learned you can't argue with a woman. Can't win or argue with a woman because they always gonna assume what they feel like they know is right. And the end of the day is
I ain't got no.
Listen, you ain't gonna play Dak like that. You gonna get off of that. Leave Dak alone.
I ain't got no team.
What T.O. say? That's my quarterback.
That can be a great quarterback.
That's my quarterback. Like T.O. said.
He's choosing to play around with his career.
No, he ain't.
He's yo-yo in his own career.
No, he ain't. Yeah. But like I said, it's a lot going on. And I just pray that everybody be safe. Everybody have a good, happy Halloween. I ain't going to see y'all tomorrow.
Speaking of Halloween, y'all, I'm going to cut into this real quick. Tomorrow. Now, y'all got to do it today. Tomorrow, I have another channel. It is not my channel, but it is Mr. Lacey's channel. And it is on Instagram, Lacey's Collectibles Plus. Okay, Lacey's Collectibles Plus. And I'm only saying this because Mr. Lacey forgot the assignment. Go on Lacey's Collectibles Plus and He didn't put the photo up. So just go on to any one of his photos, okay, and comment Happy Halloween. Okay, comment Happy Halloween. Subscribe to his channel, okay, or follow his channel. We are giving away on YouTube. We have it's not Lace's Collectibles Plus. I tried to get him to change it, but it's Brian Lacey on YouTube. Okay, Brian with an I, Lacey on YouTube. Now the Halloween video giveaway is on YouTube, where we are doing a Halloween giveaway for those of you who are collectors
Oh my!
of um toys.
Why you don't want to give away the kids?
Huh?
Why you don't want to let the kids have it? Because they can be good Christmas gift.
It's not to say kids can't have it.
Sure,
but their parents got to subscribe because kids can't get on there.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if you say just on the collectors, they're gonna be thinking like, oh, just on the collectors. So
a kid can be a collector.
Yeah,
that's how he got started. He was a child collector.
Sure, most kids might want Tyrannosaurus Rex. They might want
Well, I'm not giving away anything that's actually open.
Oh, you giving the boxes back there?
Yeah, we have
the Joes and the GI Joes.
I have that stack over there. That stack right there. We're doing a giveaway. And it determines, it is based on how many followers he gets to determine how many we give away.
About this airboard thing, everything.
We're not giving that away.
That would be
if we had two.
Yeah, that'd be a gift.
Yeah.
Hey, you have like
if we had two, because that's what the problem we have two of a lot of things. That's why we're doing a giveaway. But if we had two, we would. But we only got one, so no. And that was my gift to him. So no.
When was that? 1972? Because I ain't seen one of them in a long time.
No, that the Cobra Airborne, we just got that last year.
Where y'all get that from? Amazon?
No, Hasbro.
I don't know. It's a toy store.
Mm-hmm.
It must be an ancient toy store.
No, you have to put in pre-orders. A lot of this stuff is pre-orders.
I was about to say, because I know they ain't no stores.
A lot of it don't hit the stores. If you're a collector, a lot of it don't hit the stores.
Well, I guess I ain't no collector. I used to, I get told I'm playing with them and gone with my business. I ain't trying to collect them, just playing with them. But nah, that's dope.
For those of you that are collectors, okay, and y'all know all about the HasLabs, G.I. Joe, Transformers, that sort of thing, we are doing a Halloween giveaway tomorrow. And you just have to go onto his Instagram or YouTube page. The Instagram page is Lacey's Collectible Plus. The YouTube is Brian Lacey. And subscribe, follow, comment. Happy Halloween. There you go. Mm-hmm. We are doing that tomorrow.
Well, you got nothing else to say?
Well, he ain't got nothing else to say. For those of you that are new to my feed, thank y'all for coming on here today. Our topic today was the mass layoffs in the U.S. And yes, we did do spinoffs of other topics based off of that topic, because this is Freestyle Thursday, where we can talk about anything. If y'all haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell. I'm on here 2 days. I try to be 2 days a week. I don't know, during the weeks when I'm at work, I try. But I will be back on here this Saturday for our relationship topic. And I want y'all to come back, because I do have a topic for you guys. And I will continue on with my relationship topic cards. Okay? So other than that, I don't have anything else left to say. You know what? I sure wish you were free. I sure do wish you were free. I don't have anything else left to say except for thank you for your support, and y'all have a happy, safe Halloween. You dressing up? You dressing up the baby?
No, we ain't doing all that. We ain't being goblins and witches and wizards and all that. Nah.
We'll see y'all later, y'all. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Maybe we we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.